main topic down and out of the way, let's get into the second main topic. The second main topic is going to be the FAWSL Match Week 16 preview. So I know I'm recording this on Tuesday. I'm going to schedule this to release on Thursday, so it'll be a little bit closer to the FAWSL match weekend by then. But the FAWSL is back in full swing this weekend since the international break is over. The international break was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it as a U.S. fan because we got to watch the U.S. in the She Believes Cup. I wish I'd gotten more insight into other matches from around the world, but that kept me pretty busy, especially in terms of content creation. But nevertheless, what does match week 16 look like for the FAWSL? Manchester United and Aston Villa are going to take each other on. Birmingham City and Arsenal are going to take each other on. Brighton and Tottenham will take each other on. Manchester City and Everton, and then lastly, West Ham's United against Chelsea. What are some of my scoreline predictions for this particular match week? So we'll start off with Manchester United and Aston Villa. Me personally, I've got Manchester United beating Aston Villa by a scoreline of 2-0. If Manchester United are going to take that top 3 spot and make it to their Champions League for next season, there's very little margin for error. They can't drop very many more points without Arsenal or even maybe Everton encroaching upon their position in the table. So every point is going to matter for them. And they are playing against a really weak Aston Villa side who's in a relegation battle, I would argue, currently, and I don't see them losing to Aston Villa. Having said that, it's not really their style this season in order to crush teams. It's very rare where they'll beat a team. I don't think they've actually done this all season, beat a team by a scoreline of 4 or more to 0. Most of their games have been 3-0, 2-0, 3-1. That they usually win by 2 goals, and I don't think that this situation will be very much different. So for me, I think they're going to win this one by a scoreline of 2-0. Who do I think will score? I'm gonna go with a wild card here. I think Kristen Press will score 1 goal, and I think Jackie Gronin will score the second. Those are my wild predictions for that. Just pulling it out of the top of my head. No particular reason why, honestly. Next match is going to be Birmingham City and Arsenal. I've got Arsenal winning this one by a scoreline of 3 to Birmingham City's 1. Arsenal are in a very, very similar situation as Manchester United, like I just said. They can't keep dropping points because otherwise that Champions League margin is going to slip away into obscurity. If Arsenal loses one more game, it makes it nearly impossible for them to make it to the Champions League. That means the next closest team for them would still be United, but United after that would have to drop 7 or 8 points. It's insane. So every game matters for Arsenal. With the momentum they've got riding on against Aston Villa, I see them beating Birmingham City here, especially since Birmingham City just got thrashed by Manchester City. They'll be down and out and maybe down in the dumps, having to play 2 top 4 teams in a row. That's not easy for a team that's in the middle or bottom of the table. The pieces are clicking for Arsenal. A lot of their biggest pieces, Katie McCabe, Viv Miedema, Beth Mead, they're all performing really, really well. They're on a good run of form, and I expect that to continue to this game. So everything's going for Arsenal in the right direction at this point. The third match of the weekend is going to be Brighton and Tottenham. I've got Brighton beating Tottenham by a scoreline of 2 to Tottenham's 1. I think Brighton are in pretty fine form lately. If you recall a few weeks ago, they lost to Bristol City, which was a shock result. It destroyed my mind. They blew it away, that's for sure. But the very next week, they retaliated, they recovered, and they beat the number 1 team in the league in Chelsea in order to knock them off of their perfect record that's been standing for 2 years, apparently. So they've done really, really well to slowly crawl their way out of the relegation battle. After they lost to Bristol City, there was a lot of relegation talk. This is a real possibility they could get relegated to the championship next season. But since then, they've found their footing. They keep getting points. Even, they don't even have to win every game. They just have to keep earning a point each week, and you can slowly get yourself out of that divot. And they seem to be doing that. On the other side of the coin is Tottenham can't really seem to find their footing pretty consistently. They've lost their last 3 matches in a row. They went on a really good run, I believe in January, where they went from second bottom all the way to 7th. And they're still in 7th, if I'm not mistaken, but they just haven't been able to find their footing lately. They've been in really poor form, so I think Brighton's going to take advantage of that and end up coming out on top. Not by much, but Brighton will win this one. Next up on the docket is going to be Manchester City and Everton. I've got Manchester City beating Everton by a scoreline of 4 to Everton's 0. The main reason being is Manchester City absolutely love to beat Everton. They have beat them in big games, small games. They've beaten them by large margins, small margins. It's insane. They've been kicking their butt all season long. It started all the way back at the very beginning of the season when Everton lost to Manchester City in the FA Cup final. And then I believe a couple times this season they faced Everton again and they've thrashed them. Like, I think the last time out, Manchester City won 6-0 if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check back that in the FA player. But like I said, Manchester City love to beat this team. They've been beating everybody else in the world as of late and by a steady margin too. I don't see why they can't do the same to Everton since Everton are a little inconsistent. Having said that, like I said earlier, Everton's pieces are clicking a little bit, so time will tell how that goes. I still don't think it'll be nearly enough. Manchester City's too powerful, so Manchester City will cruise and continue crushing everyone, and it won't stop here. Next and last match of the FAWSL match week 16. We've got West Ham United taking on Chelsea. I've got Chelsea crushing West Ham United by a scoreline of 4-0. West Ham are in a relegation battle, and when I say they're in a relegation battle, I mean they're second bottom, and they are only 2 points ahead of Bristol City, and Bristol City have a game in hand on them. So if Bristol City were to hypothetically play a game and win today, West Ham would be in the relegation spot. So it's not really looking too good for West Ham. I said earlier on in the season that I still think Bristol City will get relegated. For me, that still stands, but man, West Ham are really tempting to change my mind a little bit here. I'm going to stick with Bristol City, but West Ham United are on the chopping block. They're playing the best team in the league. I think Chelsea's going to be too powerful for them. Pernille Harder's been scoring like a mad woman lately. Fran Kirby's been playing really well. Sam Kerr's been playing really well. Beth England's been playing really well. Nobody on Chelsea as of late has been playing poorly, and that's why I think they will crush the West Ham United team that is currently facing relegation. So keep your eyes open for these games, guys, because there's going to be a lot of top table, bottom table clashes this week between Man United, Arsenal. I wouldn't call Manchester City and Everton a bottom table, but Chelsea and West Ham United. So it's going to be a big week. Every week counts for a lot of these teams. Are you excited for match week 16? What are your score predictions? Feel free to jump down in the comments below and let me know what you think. All right, guys. So we're just kind of cruising